ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीरूपं सागजातं सागरं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु भक्तते भूतेषु गोपिकान्तं राधाकान्तं नमस्ते रक्तकंचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी प्रधानसुते मुखनमामि सरस्वती कृष्णकल्पतरुक्षाकृता सिंधु जयति वैष्णव नमो श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी के नाम नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी विशेष प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. So my topic of presentation is Sri Isopanisad Mantra 1. So Ishavasya idam sarvam yatkincha jagatayam jagat tena tattena bhanjita madhya precious svidhanam. So the meaning and the translation of this mantra is Ishavasya. Isha means Ishwara, means Lord, and Vasya means to reside. It means the place where God resides. So Isha Vasam Idam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatayam Jagat means everything animate or inanimate that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. Here, this line says that everything in this world, which is present here in this universe or out of this universe, animates from Lord and is controlled by Lord and is owned by Lord. Tena taktena bhunjita means one should therefore accept only those things which are necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota. It means we just have to accept the things which are there for us. We do not have to encroach other people's things. Ma Vridha Kasyas with Dhana. One should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. And if one knows that something belongs to any other person, then they do not have to accept that. Now, here we should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong, means that we should not accept things beyond our limitation. Whatever we have or whatever we are getting according to our quota. But if we are trying to take everything, that means just uh, we are just showing our greediness, because everything belongs to Lord. We are not the proprietor. We are not the one who owns everything. But if we are trying to get everything to us, it means we are just interfering the rules which are made up by the Lord. So Prabhupada gives a very uh, perfect purpose. Actually, everything Prabhupada gave is perfect, but so the overview of the purport is we will get to know about the glories of Vedic knowledge, about the supreme proprietor of everything, and acknowledging the Krishna's proprietorship and responsibility in human life, which is living according to the Isha principle. And even in a nectar of instruction, it is said that Atyahara, it means we do not have to do Atyahara. It means we do not have to accept things which are extra than our limitation. So, glory of Vedic knowledge. So the Vedic knowledge is infallible because it was originally spoken by Supreme Lord to Brahma and come down through the perfect disciplined succession of gurus. Sometimes there are questions of people that why should we accept the Vedic knowledge? Why should we accept the Vedas? If Vedas are saying this and that, then why should we accept that? So here Prabhupada says that Vedic knowledge is infallible. Why? Because it is originally spoken by Lord. It is not coming from people like us who are imperfect, but it is coming from direct Lord. And it is also coming through the perfect disciplic succession, which Bhagwan says in 4.2, Evam Parampara Praptam, Imam Rajarsayo Vidhu. Parampara Praptam means it is coming through the disciplic succession, and one should accept all this Vedic knowledge, all these Vedic things, all these rules and regulations which are there mentioned in Vedas uh, according to the Parampara system. And because this parampara system connect us with Lord, directly with Lord. And the second point is that Vedas are not spoken by any conditioned soul. Conditioned soul means the people who are here in this material world, who are under the laws of nature, who are working, who are acting according to the laws of nature, because we we people have four different kind of defects. The first one is committing mistakes. We are not perfect, we are not Lord, we are just part and parcel of him, but under the law of nature we have tendency to commit mistakes. Second being illusion. The very first illusion is we are the proprietor, we are the one who owns the property. So people used to be illusions. Third, cheating. Cheating is the most prominent nature of human beings. They cheat everyone. They even cheat themselves. For example, if someone knows that they have sugar, they do not have to take sugar, but still, they cheat themselves. They eat sweets. So it is a tendency of human being to cheat. Fourth one is possessing imperfect senses. We do not have imperfect senses. So, with these imperfect senses, we are not going to get the perfect knowledge. We are not going to understand the perfect knowledge. So, for that, we have to go to the we have to go to our gurus because they are the one who will guide us, who will give us knowledge about the about the Vedas, about the Lord. So, because of all these things, because Vedas are not written by conditioned soul like us, these Vedas are also called Apaurushaya, means not of human origin or not composed by the person. It is directly came from Lord. Lord spoke this to Brahma and then it came according to the disciplic succession. Now, the topic is the supreme proprietor of everything. So everything around us in this world, and if we see everything around us, everything is made up of Krishna's energy, Lord's energy. Why? Because Krishna owned and controlled everything. Because in 10.8, Krishna also says, "Aham sarvasya prabho, uh, uh, aham sarvasya prabho sarva." Okay, I'm forgetting that uh, shloka. But Krishna there says that everything emanates from him, everything comes from him. So ultimately, if anything is coming from Krishna, then it is controlled by him. So there are two kind of prakritis, apara prakritis, two kind of energy, apara prakriti and para prakriti, means inferior energy and superior energy. So, apara prakriti includes the element of material nature, that is earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego. These are inferior energies of Lord. And para prakriti means superior energy, means the living beings. And it is stated in Bhagavad Gita 7.4, 7.5. Bhumirapo anala vayu kama mano buddhir evacha ahankara itiyam me dina prakrita astada. अप्रेयम इतस्तव अन्यम प्राकृतम विधि में पराम जीव भूता महाबाहो यदाम हरे जगत मीन्स This world is made up of two energies, that is apara prakriti and para prakriti, that is inferior energy and superior energy of the Lord. So everything this universe is made up of para and apara prakriti. Therefore, everything is the property of Lord, a property of Supreme Being. And either the things are made up of matter or spirit. And Lord clarifies both are his energies. Therefore, everything is property of the Supreme Being. So energy belongs to the energetic. Energy is nothing different from energetic one. The Lord is Purnam. Now the question arises, if everything is under Lord and if everything is under this material nature, then it is possible that Lord is also under this material nature. But no, the invocation of issue of nature says that the Lord is Purnam and everything comes from him, still he is Purnam. So he is not subjected to the law of material nature. He is possessor of potentials, the knower of the everything, and the benefactor of everyone. Full of inconceivable opulence, power, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. In Hindi, we call God Bhagavan, and bhaga means opulences. And there are six kind of opulences, and one means the one who possesses it. So Bhagwan possesses all these things, six kind of opulences. That's why he is Bhagavan. He is Lord, and he is like fire, and everything organic and inorganic is like heat and light of that fire. And he is the ultimate controller, sustainer, and dictator of everything. One's quota in nature. The purport discusses about one's quota in this nature. So it says that we should be satisfied with what the Lord has set aside for us. Like we should not be so greedy. If we are getting if we are getting 10 out of 20, then we should accept that. Okay, if Lord is giving us 10 out of 20, then obviously 10 is of mine and 20, rest 10 is of others. We should not be greedy. For example, cow and tiger. Cow do not eat flesh, meat. Cow eat grasses. Even cow does not drink her milk. Same, tiger do not accept flesh because it is their nature, it is their quota. They accept what they are given by the Lord. So we should also accept what Lord is giving us. Then how we decide that what is our quota? So it is by soul intuition. For example, if we try to get more and more and more, then somewhere inside our heart, our soul asks us to stop. This is our intuition. Okay, this is enough for us. Be happy with it. So it is intuition. The second thing is consciousness should not be affected. If we are getting more and more and our consciousness is getting affected, it means that is not meant for us. And if we are getting less, but our consciousness is pure, our consciousness is not going to not going to affected by that thing. That means it is perfect for us. Then over endeavor means uh, we are, for example, if there is some competitive exam and I'm trying hard and hard, I'm giving attempts and attempts, one attempt, two attempts, three attempts, and I'm not getting qualified for it, it means we do not have to do much for that. It is not meant for us. Quota in possession of earth. So, in Perfect, Prabhupada discusses that all raw materials such as cement, sand, brick, iron, wood, everything comes from nature. That is energy of Lord. It means it is given by the Lord. Lord is giving us everything. But what we do, we construct house, we construct any property, and we claim that it is ours. For example, there was one businessman, one factory, like one rich businessman, and Prabhupada asked what you do. Then he said, I make things made up of glass वगैरह, glass, and then Prabhupada asked from where do you get glass? How you make glass? Then he replied, okay, I make glass with sand. Then Prabhupada said, okay, it is ultimately coming from nature. Then he said, yes. Then Prabhupada said, it means you are a thief. Then he said, no, I used to donate in temples. Then Prabhupada said, okay, you are a small thief. You are donating to temple. You are small thief. It means we are getting everything from nature, but if we think that we are the real owner, we are the proprietor, it means we are thief. We are stealing things of Krishna, stealing things of Bhagwan, Lord. So, but what should one think? So one should think that these all things are in care of us and will be used in the Lord's service. For example, if one is building a house, one is building temple, then one should think that okay, this is going to be in care of us and will be used for the Lord's service. If I am living in this house, then this house does not belong to me, but this house is of Lord, and I am here to serve. For example, if I'm owning a car, then I should think, okay, I'm not going to use it for my personal benefit. I use it to go temple, to do service, to carry things for Lord, like this. Another example Prabhupada give, that is communist and capitalist. In this world, the whole society is divided into two sections, especially after the Second World War, the time period of Cold War, that is 1945 to 1991. So there emerges two groups, communist and capitalist. So according to communist, everyone should be treated equally. There should not be a rich section of the society and a lower section of the society. Everyone should be equal. So this is the artificial equality which this government, this world is giving to the people. And because of this artificial equality, people often become lethargic. They do not want to work. And even after equally distributing everything, there is scarcity of things. There is insufficient things which are not going to be distributed among the people. What happened with capitalists? Wealth goes to the powerful. The person who is powerful is obviously going to be wealthy, and then wealthy exploit the needy. Wealthy exploit the lower section of the society, and there remains a strong competition among them. Everyone is just greedy for money, and there remains unequal. There remains an unequal nature in this society. So both communist and capitalist is not good for this world. This world belongs to Bhagwan, and both communist and capitalist are godless society. There they do not worship any god. They do not accept the proprietorship of God. According to communist, everyone is the owner, and according to capitalist, the wealthiest, the powerful is the owner. So it is not good for the society. Then what is good for the society? Then Prabhupada established here about the Varnashram system. So the real equality is on spiritual level and accept diversity on material level. Brahmins explain Ishavasya concept to Kshatriya who are proprietors. So Varnashram system is the real system which is going to bring peace among the people of the society, because it gives real equality to everyone on a spiritual level, but diversity on material levels. For example, people are born with different qualities. So the people who is born with the nature of studying hard about knowing about God, shastras, then obviously they will become Brahmins. Then the person who are strong in nature, they will become Kshatriya. The person who are uh, who are good at serving people, uh, they become Shudras, and then the business-minded people will become the Vaishyas. So this Varnashram system will bring that peace among the people. And proprietor means Kshatriyas are the proprietor. It does not mean that they are the real proprietor, but they just take care of their responsibilities which are given to them by the Lord. Okay. So the another section of purport discusses about our quota in diet. So Jivo Jivasya Jivanam means a living being is responsible for the life of other living being. It means everyone is dependent on each other. But human beings should not commit violence unnecessarily. Unnecessarily means nowadays what happens nowadays what happens there are slaughterhouses. People people kill animal for their taste, which is unnecessary violence. So it is not necessary. Nature is with us, crops with us. Lord has given fruits, vegetarian foods to us. So we should accept all these things, not killing of any animal. Manu says the killer of animal is a murderer. In Manusmriti, it is mentioned that the person who kills animal is equal to a murderer. And people often claim that our Vedas, our scriptures allow the killing of animals in on the name of Bali Pratha. But it is not like that. It is like that if there is nothing available, then one should accept flesh, but of dead animal. Prabhupada says if anyone wants to accept flesh, then accept the flesh from a already dead animal. Do not kill living animals. So, do vegetarians also commit violence on plants? Before going with this topic, there is also mentioned that when the Bali Pratha existed and when people kill animal, they say that okay, in this life I'm killing you, in next life you will kill me, and it is going like a cycle. So it's better not to accept uh, non-vegetarian foods, and we have to follow this Isa Vashyam in which it is said that humans should not kill animals. So, do vegetarians commit violence on plants? So, according to scientific reasons, trees and plants have less developed nervous system, means they do not feel pain, and natural, the crops perish if not cut. Animals are killed long before their normal death. What happens generally? We accept the fruits which are already ripened. We accept the crops which are already done with their living duration. So we can accept these things because they are meant for us. But the killing of animal is like we kill the slaughterhouse kills animal long before their normal death. They are just being taken care there, and they just kill them for their purpose, for their taste. And intuitive is harvesting has festive atmosphere. Like when people harvest the crop. So harvesting has a festive atmosphere. So when people harvest crop, there is season of festival. The spring there, and people celebrate the harvesting of crops. People take their childrens there. People celebrate. People also offer those crops to the Lord, and then they accept it. But slaughtering is horrific. Like the slaughterhouse is really horrific. Everywhere is blood and flesh and fear, death. Everything is there. Uh, Prabhupada also in purport it is also mentioned that if a parents are asked if parents are asked that we are going to take your children to the harvesting field, they will not object it. But if we ask, okay, we are going to take your children to the slaughterhouse, they will object it, because that the aura, the vibe, the nature of slaughtering house is very horrific. So people generally do not want their child uh, to be in a horrified environment. So what should accepting a vegetarian food does not mean we are not going to be in a we are not going to get a karmic reaction, because after all we are taking a living being. Trees and plants are living being. We are taking a living being. So we will be in a karmic reaction. So what is best for us? The best for us is to be a prasadian. Means whatever we eat, a vegetarian food, whatever we take, we should first offer it to Lord and then accept it. The perfection of life is not just to avoid. So the perfection of life is not just to avoid karmic entanglement, means when we take even vegetarian food, we are into the karmic reaction. So our main goal of life is to acknowledge and love the Lord. Like whatever we do, we should not be in the karmic reaction. So our main goal is to acknowledge Lord, to know about Lord, to know uh, how this world belongs to Him, uh, how this how everything belongs to Him, and how He is the one who is the provider, and also love of the God, or to love God. Means if we are not loving God, then surely we are going to be here only in this material world, and uh, we will be entangled in the karmic reactions of our different karmas, different actions which we are performing on a daily basis. Like if we are waking up early and doing our office work, doing everything related to our material self gratification, we can say. So we are just doing it for ourselves, but our real motive is to know God and to love God, to offer our every thought, every action, um, every small thing to Lord. So the another section is living according to Isavasya. Isavasya means the Isa is Ishvara, and Vasya, the where Lord resides, and Ishavasya, according to Ishavasya, means according to the rules and regulations which are given uh, by the Vedic scriptures, which are originated from the Lord. So, what are the root of sin? Sin. So, disobedience of the laws of nature through disregarding the properties of God. So when we disobey the law of nature, if nature says that a human should not accept other animals' flesh, and if we are doing this, then we are disobeying the laws of nature. Even other living beings do not disobey the law of nature. A tiger accepts flesh, a cow accepts grass, other animal work according to their nature, which this material nature allow us. But we human, when we get a little independence, we work against the law of nature and disregarding the properties of God. And we are not accepting that God is the real owner. We think if we made this house, we are the real owner. If we are doing that thing, we are the owner. We are the owner of everything which belongs to me. We are so attached. We are so attached with our things that we think we are the one who is the real owner. Even in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, there is a part which is known as Bhumi Gita. There uh, there comes a story where Earth goddess Bhumi looks at the kings and politicians of the world and laughs, and she says that and she watches them fight wars and build armies to conquer her, completely forgetting that death is patiently waiting to take them away. So there, goddess Earth laughs that these people think they are the real owner. It comes in 12.3.3, where leaders says that first I'll conquer my mind and senses, and then I'll conquer ministers and advisors who oppose me, and then I'll defeat citizens and friends who are a problem for me, and finally and gradually I'll rule the entire earth. For example, Alexander, he wanted to rule the earth, and what he did, he organized the war. He conquered many places, many areas of the world. But ultimately, what happened? He died because death is the ultimate destination where every people have to go. So they should understand that they are the not real owner. So they have to work under the rules and regulations made up by the nature. So, what is the ultimate truth? So, because these leaders are trapped by greed and big hopes for the future, their hearts are bound, blinded by these desires. They completely fail to see that death is nearby. So this also happens with us. They are the big rulers or kings. They had completely forgotten that okay, the death is also there. We are not the one who rules, who will rule, or who is the provider. We also do the same. We in our small life, in our small house, we think I'm doing this job. I am the owner of this house. My family members are my members, so I have to work for them, and I am the provider. But ultimately, what happens? We reach to that. We reach to that, and ultimately, we have to leave everything behind us, and we get another life according to our karmic reaction. So we have to live according to Ishavasya, rules and regulations made up uh, by God, by Vedic scriptures, by nature. And other application of Isavasya, encroaching upon others' right. So how we break this Ishavasya principle? By encroaching upon other rights. For example, service. If someone has given some service and we think, okay, I can do this better. And we go there and we say, okay, I can do this better, and we take service from them. So it means we are encroaching their rights. Second, encroaching upon others' property. For example, Kauravas. They encroached the property of Pandavas. What which is meant for Pandavas, what Kauravas did, they didn't return. Like they first took all of these things with the feeling of enmity, and then they also didn't accepted them as their family members. So they encroached their property, and then not letting others speak. Now, when one speaks, they put their energy in that. This energy came from Lord. And when we are not letting others speak, it means we are not, we are just taking their thing. We are just taking their right. Not let other devotees serve. Again, the first example, if some devotee has some service, and if we feel like we can do it better, and they are not doing it in a better way, and if we try to get that service, it means we are going against the Ishavasya. So, what is the mood and mission of this mantra one, and what Prabhupada tries to establish? So, Prabhupada tries to establish the Ishavasya principle, that is, Lord is the real provider, not we. We are just his energy who is working with his according to who. who is working according to the will of Lord, and we should accept what is just meant for us. And the second is according to which the Varnashram Dharma is necessary to bring peace and equality among the society. So, according to which Isavasya principle, according to which Varnashram Dharma is necessary to bring peace. We when we went through the communist and capitalist thing, we came we came to the conclusion that Varnashram system is the only system where the peace and the equality will come among the society. Not the capitalist, not the communist, not the socialist government can bring peace and happiness among the people. And the third most important thing Prabhupada tried to establish here is Krishna is the supreme controller and everything else is his energy. Nothing is beyond Krishna. Nothing is beyond Lord. He is the one who is the real proprietor. Hare Krishna. If if Madhavi, if you have any question regarding my presentation.